Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Cool it! With the wind! Freeze!
None of this will go to waste. Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be... takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu... Alright, let's follow your plan. Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has... Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? Oh, right. This method does seem a bit unsafe. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
Is this an answer from this world?
Oh, how exciting! Someone needs assistance. All in a day's work.
Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can No. Wait. Maybe she pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest... now Paimon's mad! You! Over there!
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders!
Well, here they come. Time to clean up.
Windblade!
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Cool it! Take the target alive! Will be frozen in time. Retreat! Bested! 2 arms! Attack!
Disappear!
You're in for a little shock.
Dodge this! Take the target alive! Beaten.
Stop! What's all this
Lady Kuching, these 2 strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to...
We're invited guests, here to look for the Liyue Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Who?
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich, big shot up...
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding?
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery.
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side...
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue...
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance.
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got a point. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen in a person from Liyue who doesn't respect...
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang... Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than... How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to fix... I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang, the cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each
favor? But wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion. Well then, may we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we... Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for us. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just... Let's go gather ingredients! That's the one!
Cool it! What's the hurry?
Wind blade!
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a... Huh? Did you hear that? It seemed like it came... Uh-oh. I'll bring my seasonings.
There's no end to this.
You're open!
With the wind!
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all.
I understand. Don't worry. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd call. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are...
Oh?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use...
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service. Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever...
Great! Paimon Sugar Frosted Slime now...
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for... Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history.
Yep. Hang on a moment. Could we borrow...
Sure, please help yourselves. As...
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great... It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime!
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decoration.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the jade... Feel free to take a look around. According to Kuching, this is what we Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which...
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's...
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Jueyun.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my...
Oh.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista.
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time.
I fear that peeking would have been a little... Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up... I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and in the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began... You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. But the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue, even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete, so please.
I need a more physically demanding job.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Natural.
Ooh, isn't this that legendary
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been but the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you. are they, Traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite if possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messages, but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, well, I must say that quite a few of my... I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the... With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearance. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use... wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include...
It's all right. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please. And you may...
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to... One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's. Just imagine. How... Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Sigil of permission, something, something. Aw, that doesn't sound like... This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified... Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. But research on the Sigil of permission? Paimon wonders what they're up. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really... Well, should we not go then?
Don't get frostbite.
Right.
Hip, hip, get.
Cool it. This is bad.
At the frying pan.
Freeze!
Booba, get them!
It's time for a flash freeze. Yes, this is it.
Huh? Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Get the wind!
Hip, hip.
Cool it.
Nice and spicy! Eat this!
Flash frost.
Wind blades!
Time for a flash freeze. Chill to the bone.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Freeze! Dodge this!
It's no problem.
Cool it.
Disgusting.
Hip, ha, hip.
This was well
Out of the
done.
frying pan, into the fire!
You need to hurry up.
Freeze!
This was well done.
Hip, ha.
Feels clogged.
Oh my.
Wind blade!
Nice and spicy!
No excuse for slacking. Not breaking a sweat. Time to fulfill my duty.
Cool it. This moment will be frozen in time.
Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
No slacking
Hip,
off.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Yours!
This should be fun.
hip, hip, hip.
Freeze!
Hip. Come a little closer.
Not breaking a
Let's
sweat.
spark things up a little.
This is bad.
Nice and spicy!
My duty.
Disappear!
Out of the frying pan,
this first. Cool it! That's to work.
Blitz.
Dodge this! What an
Nice and spicy.
Wind blade! This first! Freeze! This first! Cool it! Oh, so sorry. What a chance. That's it work.
Boba, get them!
Freeze! This is trouble. Dodge this! Wind blade! Cool it!
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine power. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is... Let's go! Paimon...
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chase?
It was so big and pretty and expensive.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Li. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's... Yeah, his take god Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to...
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liu and Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for...
No Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingsa Village? Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. The Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flower.
So how good is your singing? Really? What?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue? It's the fire.
Freeze!
Eat this!
What's the...
You're in for a little shock.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
I'm gonna ruin my...
What's the hurry?
Push your luck. Disappear!
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be...
Unfortunately,
That's so late.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lily?
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my... Ah! That reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Something seems a little off about... She's acting different from the first time we met.
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see...
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly, yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remain. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from... This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago.
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue with... But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and...
Huh? Did you just say...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you...
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact,
Wow, so you really know your stuff?
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming... If you would excuse me, I should return to my...
And that just about does it. Our preparations, given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business and lead...
I've had enough ventures in my life. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away, so you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue. Fatui?
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate time?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of...
And what now? How is it...
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you... Neither path is an easy...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gate.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for... Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it! If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching. Well, where could we find him? Where would he go at a time like this?